Hello and welcome to Startup Hack. Today we are going to talk about pattern matching versus equality compression to null. So let's jump right in. Make sure to check out the link down below because we always provide the code samples that you can pull down and follow along so you can see in our project. Alright, when C# 7 was officially released in March 2017, it introduces several new features to make the life of developer easier, like tuples and deconstruction, local functions, expression body definitions, and the focus of this video, pattern matching. One of the advantages of pattern matching is a more concise syntax for testing expressions and taking actions when there's a match, increasing the readability and correctness of your code. Checking for nulls is one of the most common usages before C# 7. If a developer wanted to check if a given value was null, usually the equality compression would be used. So here's an example. With pattern matching, the extension method would be using the is operator and the null constant to check if the person variable is null. So here's the example. The change is so small that you are probably questioning if changing the way you code is really worthy for such a small readability improvement to have the same results. And you are right in thinking that way, since that's probably true for 99% of use cases, if not 99.99%. But what if you really want to be sure it works every time? You see, reference types can overload the double equal to operator, and if the developer decides to always return false when comparing to null, the first example would throw a null reference exception. Do you want to earn $100,000 a year? Do you want to become a software developer within just 3 months? With our amazing course and awesome tutors, you never have to worry about getting stuck. We help students to learn skills that companies want to hire. We are Startup Hack. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. So let's get started. Okay, now let's test that by overloading the double equal to operator to always return false whatever the parameters receive. So here's example. If we now call the extension method full name with a null argument, so I'm running this application, it will give a null reference exception will be thrown instead of the expected argument null exception. This happens because the compiler knows there's an equality overload, calls it, and gets false. So if won't enter the if statement, so you can see the error. If you look at the generated IL code, you'll see the person equality operator being called. So as you can see here, before C# 7.0, if you wanted to be sure the double equal to operator overload was ignored, you had to use object.reference equal to compare the object reference to null. So here's example. But when using pattern matching, the compiler always generates code that compares to null, ignoring any double equal to operator overload. This means you have the same behavior as using the object.reference equal method without writing so much code. So here's example. This ensures method full name always throws argument null exception when a null reference is received. So when I run this application, it will give me the null argument null exception. Looking at the generated IL code, we can see the person reference is being compared to null using the CEQ instructions. This is exactly the same code. If object.reference equal was being used, it would be inline. So here's example. So thank you for watching this video. In this video, I explain why using pattern matching for null checks is preferred to using the equality operator. Not only is a small readability improvement, but it also ensures the object reference is always compared to null even if the class has overloaded the double equal to operator. Same behavior as using the object.reference equals method, but without writing so much code. Even if the equality operator overload is properly implemented, we can also consider this is a small performance increase because executing the CEQ operation is faster than a call to the class equality operator. So don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for latest updates. To joining our course, you can simply go to our website called startuphack.com. Thank you.